Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Rams have got it back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team. And
he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
No. Check, Patriot.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he fends him off. They still can't get him. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Mayfield now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that support.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. But he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Ready! Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And the ball is knocked out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. that his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Whoa! It still won't go down. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Mahomes now to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Patrick Mahomes, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A first down throw from Mayfield. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Mayfield. Nifty run. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Left, left. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Thielen. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. Again, it's Bell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Being chased out, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mayfield. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Mayfield. And left side here, it's Graham. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Thomas, the intended target. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good read.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the